Rhett Weaver here from Lifetime Home Loans. Want to go over kind of what's going on in the markets, and we've been getting beat up a little bit this week. We did get a good inflation report on Tuesday, but it's just not enough right now to obviously swindle anything. Obviously, with the presidency and what they're doing on all this tariff stuff, the bond market, so mortgage-backed securities or interest rates, have really been at the expense of what's been going on in the stock market. So when Trump is making deals or doing great things here, obviously this is what everybody's trying to get to, is a little bit more stability, a little bit more consistency, and not have a bunch of these different tariffs that are just through the roof here. Obviously we're scared going into the tariff talk, and so it's an expense at interest rates. Just thinking that, hey, inflation down the road here is going to be a lot higher. And then obviously once we get a little bit greater news, the bond market kind of just takes a hit because the stock market's rallying right now. So we got to kind of watch this. We got a decent inflation report on Tuesday. We got another inflation report tomorrow on Thursday. And so we're going to watch those numbers. Obviously, it's expected that inflation is going to drop. If we can get some weaker numbers, then I think interest rates are obviously going to see a little bit of a rebound here. If not, then we're going to see interest rates obviously take a little bit of a hit here and continue to get a little bit worse. So kind of want to show you what's going on here. If we take a look at it today, we're down 24 basis points. We got an alert to lock on a lot of our clients. And kind of where we're sitting here is we're kind of getting to the ultimate lows again of where we've been for quite a while. So if we take a look at this in the month of April, and then obviously if I go back even further for about 6 months, we're talking about where we were back in February. So at the time of obviously kind of when he became president, right before that, when we got some huge job numbers. So we haven't been in this territory for a little while. Obviously, we can see we saw a little bit of progress, but with what's going on in this economy, with the unstableness of what is happening and when stuff's going to happen, obviously we just have so much uncertainty right now that there's just no way to even talk about this stuff, is where I feel like where I'm coming from at this point. So every time I feel like we get a little bit of a good blip here, where we could make a really good run on interest rates, we seem to get a little bit different type of news here. So we do need to watch what the president's doing. Obviously, he's back east this week, and he's been making a lot of announcements on some different things that he's been doing, which is obviously going to sway these markets one way or another based off of how those deals kind of shake out. So I think this is how this road's going to be here for the next couple of weeks until there's a little bit of stability in the market, and until they either understand we're going to actually go into a recession, or if these deals that we are making are going to prevent that. So we'll kind of continue to watch that. Obviously, like I said, we were a little bit in alert to lock position yesterday. We'll see what happens with the inflation report tomorrow. The good part about this is, as you can see over the last couple of months, there are some levels of support. Hopefully it kind of just hits that, bounces off of them, and then rejects it and starts to go in a positive way. Good news here, guys, is rates never go one way for too long. And so as you can see, this is a roller coaster ride always. So even though we're seeing a lot of red here, which means rates are going up, as you can tell, that could happen for 2, maybe 3 weeks. And then we see a little bit of a rebound and kind of see things kind of go in our direction. So like I said, it's nothing to panic about. It's nothing that we haven't seen over this last year and a half, 2 years. It's just, let's continue to navigate the markets how we have, educate buyers. How do we create the affordability? The buy downs are still out there. Seller paid closing costs are still out there. And that's just what we need to be discussing kind of moving forward. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks.